Day 424. Say hi, pup. Say hi. Say hi, puppy. Oh, I've got the sleepy face going. She was sleeping and snoring out on the couch, so decided to come back in here. It's 11:16. Day rating is a 7. And today we did a double run. Woke up and ran with my friend. We did 5 miles. We met at the same little spot. We just went a different course, so that was kind of fun little change. Although we both had a ton of gnats, so that was also fun. Then came back, took the pup for a nice walk, got to work, and had the Suns game. And one of the other executives is a pretty big Suns fan as well, and so it was like 8:30, 8:45, and they rang the bell, and everyone's like, "Wait, what's going on? What's going on?" And I didn't hear what happened, but my buddy was over there, and he said, "Oh, they were just ringing the bell to say that we're all leaving at 3 o'clock so we can watch the Suns game at 4:30." So they said it wasn't official. It was just a funny moment, which I didn't realize that till it was. I think they told me at 2:30 that it was a joke, and I was getting ready to leave at 3. So I got a little disappointed. But I mean, we had a fun day. I was joking around with my buddy again about having that excess work, and we had to double up again on the work because his system still wasn't quite ready. I mean, eventually it got there, but we worked it out and just had a few laughs along the way, so that was good. And then, what was it? After work, came back, walked the pup almost right away, because the game started. Oh, she's falling asleep. The game started at 4:30, so I got back almost at 4:20, 4:25. So I was like, I'm not gonna change. It's gonna take time away. So let's just go out, go for a walk, come back in. So I went out for about a 15-20 minute walk, came in, tried to play catch for a little bit, drink a little water, and started watching the game. It was a close game. Both teams played pretty tough, and the Pelicans had a home court advantage, so that crowd was going, cheering them on. But it was close. I almost didn't want to go to the game or go for a second run. And one of my buddies, Jason, had texted me around 6 o'clock, and he said, "Man, there's some interesting things happening in this game." I'm like, "Oh yeah, there is." "So you're watching it?" And he said, "Yeah." And so I texted him back and just said, "Are you watching it to the point?" Well, I just said, "Are you gonna show up for the run?" As in, are you watching it to the point where you're sucked into the TV and you're not gonna go for the run? I didn't hear back, so I thought for sure he was he was just saying, "Yeah, I'm gonna stick here for the game. I can run later. I can run during halftime or something." We got out to the group. I didn't see him. I was like, "Yep, he's probably watching the game. Good for him." And I was panicking because I thought, you know what? I got my phone. It's fully charged. I'm just gonna watch the game on the run, or at least listen to it. But on straightaways, I can hold it out like this and see both the game and the course or the trail, whatever part we were on. And I tried to load the game 3 separate times, and it said error. It said error 137408, something like that. And it's like, okay, I'll close the app, open it back up. Okay, it's sign off, sign back in, close the app. Just tried everything I could real quick, and I couldn't get it. So my second thought was like, all right, it's just gonna be a short run today. I usually go 6 to 7 miles, sometimes 8. I mean, it's been a while since I've done 8, but so we'll just stick with 6 or 7. So I said it might just be a 5-mile day today, and that way I can come back and watch the last few minutes of the game. Well, made the run. We did a 6.5-mile run, and I got to about mile 4. Maybe it's mile 5. And I hear someone go like, "Hey, hey!" And I was like, "Oh, jeez, what's going on?" And I look over and I was like, "Who's that?" And they're definitely directed it towards me. And then I was like, "Oh, it's Jason." And he's like, "I was just looking for a water fountain." I'm like, "Oh man, I don't know if there's one here at this little, it's like an elementary school right next to a park." And I was like, "I don't know if there's one here." And so we started talking for a minute, and then he's like, "Hey, I don't want to slow you down, especially when you go try to catch the game. So go for it. I'll see you back at the running store." I said, "All right." And we were off, but I had no idea how fast we were going today. The first mile relaxed with Pawan and Gary, and we ran and we were talking a bit. And there's some people doing some races this weekend, a couple of triathlons, and I think there's one triathlon Sunday, and then my race is Saturday. So I had brought that up when we're talking about racing, especially because last time I saw Pawan finishing his run when I was leaving my race. So I was just making sure. I was like, I just wanted to make sure you knew it was me. It's like, no, that's one of the things I was blessed with, this good eyesight. So we had a good laugh. And then got to the light. It was about a mile out. I said, all right, I'll see you guys back at the store. I took off. The next mile was about a 7-Eleven. I was like, holy cow. I did not realize I was going this well, but let's just keep going. Just keep it easy, keep it relaxed. I think the next one was 7:15, and then I dropped down to like a 7:23 because there's a little bit of a wind. But overall, I think it was a 7:24 average. I think the first mile was the slowest one. I think it was 8:30 pace. So it brought the average down a little bit, which is fine. I knew I had ran this morning, so I wanted a little bit of a warm up. Still trying to think about the race this weekend. So this had no problem running a little bit slower. Just all recovery today. Well, I say recovery and then I do 2 runs, right? So I was trying to stay relaxed. We'll leave it at that. So, and it was okay. So going back to the run, 5 miles in. So Jason's there, and he turns around. He's like, "I'm gonna go catch up with Charlie, and then I'll meet you back." So all right, cool. I go another minute or two up the road, and I see 2 guys on the side of the road, and they're just like talking. And I just barely pass him. He's like, "Hey, excuse me." I'm like, yeah. He's like, "Do you know where Redfield is?" I was like, "I'm sorry." Like, Redfield, the road. I'm like, this is not my side of town. I don't know a lot of these smaller streets, so I'm sorry I can't help you there. And his buddy said, "Hey, we're fine. We're fine. I'm just gonna keep walking this way." I said, "Okay." They may or not have been intoxicated. I don't know. We're stumbling a little bit. But, yeah. I said, "Sorry, I don't have my phone. I can't look it up for you. But good luck." But it's alright. We'll find it. Like, okay. So I made it back. Ran straight for my phone. Pulled out the phone. Checked for updates. And the first thing that popped up was it showed that there was a Suns game on Saturday. So I thought, okay, they lost. So they're for sure playing Saturday. But it's here. And they always play well here. So that's really good. We'll take care of Game 7 here. The team will take care of Game 7. I say I will take care of Game. Like, I'm playing. I would love to play. Just run Rover around, wear him out. If I'm that open, hand it to me for a layup. Anyways, I finished that run, checked the phone. I was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna see what the score was, see if it was a close game. And I look, and the Suns win, 115 to 109. Woo! That was so refreshing to hear. I was so ecstatic. I wish I could have watched it. So I watched the highlights, but I was talking to a couple other runners, and we had talked about the game. And I got my buddy Jason. He's like, "Oh, did you see the game?" I was like, "Oh, I got bad news, man. I got bad news." I was like, "Oh no, they lost." I said, "There's gonna be a lot of disappointed Pelicans fans tonight." And he just started like shaking his head and laughing at me. I said, "We won, man. They won 115 to 109. So I showed him the score, and he was looking at the point totals per quarter. And yeah, we talked about it for a minute. So it was cool to have that little moment and share it with them in the run and just all together. It's just a great feeling to have that group there and talk about life stuff and joke around and have that social network. So that was great. And then we talked for a little bit more. Buddy Gary, unfortunately, I think pulled a little muscle in his like TFL tensor fascia lata. It's like that little soft connection point to the IT. I think I don't know what happened, but he said, yeah, I was going good for about 5 miles, and that last one I could barely walk. It just hit me. So I don't know if he knows what it is, but we just told him put some ice on it, maybe roll it out, get your percussion gun on it, see how it feels tomorrow. And then as I was driving back, called my dad. We talked about the game. He was giving me a few rundown of the highlights. So that was great to catch up. And then came back, went straight to the kitchen, got the spaghetti ready, put the garlic bread in the oven, warmed up some water, put the spaghetti sauce in the pan, put it on low, played with the pup a little bit, jumped in the shower, came back, it was ready, trained the pasta noodles, got everything ready, sat down and ate, and I got to watch the end of the Utah-Dallas game, and that was a close game. It could have gone either way. So Utah they would have made that one more basket to tie it up or win. They would have gone on to Game 7, but Dallas won. So Phoenix will be playing Dallas next. So we'll see if that's this weekend or if it's Monday, Tuesday. Look it up again. Anyways, that's the day. I got one more set of push-ups to knock out for 1:30 for the day, and then trying to get to bed early before midnight. Get more rest today, because race days are always a little bit with sleep. So that's it for me. So run your life with health and happiness, and have a good night.